guys, Ren here, Balance Pack Canine Training, and I'm walking my little guys tonight. So I just wanted to share a little bit tonight, briefly. I just wanted to talk about like my whole journey with dog training has been like so huge. It's been such an evolution for me, and it's like not done. Like I'm not done. Like I have so much more like inner growth I can feel coming, you know. And I was talking about 2019 in a former post. But there's a lot going on this year. I mean, the planet is going through so much. The planet is heating up, and humans are like, we're just sitting in our mess, like on the earth, you know, on the mother, and the politics and just like everything. A lot of awakening and a lot of like shadow stuff coming out, and I know it's like collective and it's individual. It's happening on both of these levels. To be able to do all the study in addition to working my old job that I'm still at, I call it my old job, it's taken so much like mindset work that I'm still really having to work on. And I think that's like true for like most entrepreneurs these days. But like it's so important, you know. And so like just this idea that in order to train dogs effectively, you have to see and assess things very presently and clearly. And in order to do that, you have to be like really super tuned into the present moment, which is so fucking hard in our society with the stress and the busyness and everything. And so what I've loved about dog training is that it has like really pushed me to evolve past a lot of my comfort zones, into like a person that I'll call it like an alpha person. And that's like one of my studies this year. Deeply, it's a deep study for me. So like the pack leadership with dogs, you know, all of that is really fascinating. This concept of being the pack leader in our households, but yet like humans have there's alpha humans and there's beta humans. Basically my journey into becoming an alpha female, and let's be honest that it's been wobbly as hell. And like the shadow stuff, like the stuff of the shadow of trauma, of like family patterns, of like human stuff that's very difficult, you know. It's not been easy. Being around people that make me feel good, that I feel better around, is like so imperative to this whole journey. I gotta move my sweatshirt. Ugh. It's like one of those weird ones where you have to like zip it up. So being around people that are positive, and kicking out toxic people and toxic relationships, you know, where it's just like, how do I feel after these conversations? That's what dog training has been about for me. It's about helping people with dogs. There's an epidemic of behavioral issues right now, that's another rant, okay? There's an epidemic of behavioral issues. People are struggling. They don't know what to do. They're really confused. The pure positive movement is not able to fix these issues, possibly with the exception of some super soft dogs. And dogs are being rehomed. They're being surrendered to shelters. So there's a lot of pain, you know, there's a lot of suffering with all of this. And the confusion is like so much suffering as well. And so seeing like I have gifts and talents, even the ability to study, just to like study and problem solve, has been major to like wake up to that and like realize that like, hey, like that's what the world is calling us to do right now. It's calling you to think about your passion and your gifts, and like what have you been sitting on that like you've been telling yourself like isn't great, and you know it is. What are those things about you? And it's a whole process of like self-discovery, and I'm not saying it's easy to even find that. Like sometimes we just feel so lost and confused in life. It's like, you know, because of our trauma stuff, it's like passions, I don't know, but that is the next evolution to all of this, is finding out like what makes you uniquely you, you know? So dog training, that's what this is about for me. This is about like the evolution of my soul, being of service to others, pushing myself beyond any place I've pushed myself before, and being in like a student mindset, like going to seminars, watching videos, trying to be gentle on myself as much as I can, like trying to like also take breathers, you know, like learn about myself. That more creativity can start to flow again when I realize that I need self-care. So it's all just like this fascinating journey I'm on. And I love that animals, I love that dogs like give us this opportunity to push us into a different mental state of awareness, of paying attention, and like thinking about our relationships with our dogs, unhealthy dynamics, like I was talking about, petting our dogs too much, using them as surrogate humans in our lives, you know, practicing being together and seeing what gifts come from just being together. I guess I just encourage you guys to sit with the idea of like what your passions really are, and if you've been sitting on something, some sort of dream, you know, if you've been sitting on it. And I also encourage you to like take really, really good care of yourselves, because that's also really, really needed. Time, space, attention, detail, these are the lessons from the dogs. Like this is what the dogs are teaching us. It's deep. It's like really deep. And I'm really happy to be on this path and to have like such amazing teachers like Jeff Gelman and Sean O'Shea and like Tori Smith and some other people that like mentors of mine have been following and studying with. Super grateful. So much to be grateful for. Saturday night, I hope you guys are having a good night. I hope you do something fun or just like chill the fuck out. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.